Rarest Lego minifigures here today with another rare item review from my collection. Today's a real special one, of course, too. It is the 1 of 10,000 Chrome C-3PO from 2007. This figure obviously carries a lot of history. It's quite well known within the Lego Star Wars and just Lego community in general. This figure was actually randomly distributed in sets throughout the US, worldwide, going into Europe, and such. In terms of random sets, such as 2007 was a great year. I can think of so many. So Trade Federation MTT, truthfully one of my favorite ones, secondary to Jango Fett Slave One, but also the TIE Crawler, Hoth Rebel Base. The motorized AT-AT was also a part of that year. The Y-Wing Starfighter, one of the original renditions. Another self-infiltrator, Jedi Starfighter with hyperdrive booster ring, the Republic Cruiser. Again, just like a long list of incredible sets. The Millennium Falcon Ultimate Collector Series, the first edition of that was also out around that time. And so if you were one of the lucky few, you took one of those sets back from your local retailer, from a Lego store, Walmart, whatever. Came back home, opened it up, cracked the seals, and in addition to bags and bags of pieces and your happy feeling from that, also plucked out one of these, which I was never lucky enough to do that, despite buying many a set in 2007. Never had the thrill of pulling out a Chrome C-3PO at the same time, but for many people they did. And for that, obviously got a fantastic, fantastic prize. This is truthfully one of my favorite minifigures in the Lego Star Wars collection. There are a couple, different little intricacies with the figure and its history as well. It says 1 of 10,000 on the back. I'm a pretty strong believer that there's actually at least a few more than 10,000. Known a couple employees and such, higher ups in the chain that had a few bags of these perhaps left behind. And as was Lego, and what I've learned through many years of collecting is that whenever they say there's one of something, there's usually at least a few more. So even if they write it on the bag and have their little logo on it and a copyright claim, often found them to maybe stray a little bit from the truth and have a little bit to circulate around, the company for special gifts, awards, etc. So there's also a few different editions of the Chrome C-3PO. You don't just have a standard figure and bag. Another item I'll review at some point in the future is this figure being packaged a little bit differently for a release that was done in Australia as part of a giveaway. There's also different prints of the figure depending upon what version you got. There's a nice even claim between it being a European print versus American print, which truthfully I also don't buy into. It's just different factories and such that ultimately produce them, and having a different kind of quality. But anyways, enough kind of backstory of this item. Let's just open it up a little bit through this nice little case and take a closer look. So, with the Chrome C-3PO as just a bagged item, so there's not too much flair to the packaging for the item. As you can see again, and the top, you have congratulations. You have found 1 of 10,000 limited edition Lego C-3POs. Cool little artwork of C-3PO here printed onto the bag as well. Oftentimes you'll see bags that are either quite wrinkled and don't have much integrity to the original display of the bag, or have a lot of print wear. And C-3PO and this writing here at the top is actually starting to fade away because it is not the strongest print. You can even see a little bit of that, perhaps even kind of near his hand here where it's starting to go away. And then the bottom is the 30th anniversary of Lego Star Wars back in 2007. Great year. 2007 Lucasfilms, 2007 the Lucas Group, or the Lego Group, excuse me. And then 4521221, which is the official number for the C-3PO. If you flip the bag, nothing on the back, except again, you can see it's very thin because you can see the actual printing on the front of the bag through the back of the bag. And then there on the bottom right, best way to see the figure, having a highlight source there. That allows you to see some of those details. There's also this little hole in the bag in the bottom right corner if you're facing the front of the bag. This is commonly thought of as almost like a little outlook to see what kind of C-3PO you got, or to even like be able to appreciate his details from afar. Truthfully, it's more actually for the packaging purposes of the bag. If these were filled with air, didn't explode. Some of these bags actually have almost like a little punch out of the bag still retained there. You can see that I just like punched them out. This one does not. It's completely see-through. You can see my finger through the other side of it. So the punch out is no longer there. But again, I almost like to use it or example it as a little keyhole to see our little Chrome C-3PO friend that is still caged within the confines of the bag. But like I said, truthfully, they are more for just shipping purposes. So quite cool. Now, of course, it wouldn't be a very fair review if we didn't at least break out a used one that is no longer contained within the bag. And honestly, I probably need to get a better condition one. This one has seen better days. But this is a figure that would be coming out of this bag when you hastily ripped it open back in 2007 before thinking it would be worth anything. And again, to just show some of those details here as I lay that down, show some of those details here. You can see this one, a little bit of a lighter print kind of going around. As you can see, there's even some print wear, so I need to kind of upgrade my condition one. But this is truthfully a chrome piece. So if you actually disarticulate here a little bit, you're going to see the inside is actually a tan. So the standard C-3PO minifigure that, again, truthfully is just chromed. And when they were chroming these figures back in 2007 as well, they don't have a perfect, setup for them quite yet. And there's actually a lack of chrome on some of the portions. So again, if I move his arm back, you can see this being a common occurrence. There's no chrome there. Same on this side as well. Also, if you look in the bottom of the feet, there's often chrome missed here too. So again, many areas where chrome is ultimately missed, because if you think about when they were actually going through the factory, their arms were held up in a position as so. They got chromed. And then again, later on, if you're putting your arms down, you say, oh, there's a spot of chrome missing, has to be a fake. Not necessarily the case. You are going to see the Lego logo, again, almost like chromed out, but there on the bottom of the feet. And also, if I take a second here to pop off his head, Lego logo there. And again, a little bit of a difference in terms of just being a chromed figure all around. And then having standard plastic color underneath. So an important thing to recognize when considering a purchase of this figure. Now, at this stage of the game, truthfully, I would only recommend buying these sealed. There are so many fakes that are out on the market. Sealed, unfortunately, is going to cost you. These are currently running at a market price of, I've seen a few go for about $1,500, but more commonly in the range of $2,000. And you're commonly going to see them on your eBay or your Bricklink. Not one that is too difficult to actually find a source for, but patience often pays, and being able to find a good price really should be paramount in your mind. Take the time to find one of these, and I do think you can actually get a decent deal. And again, for this item, so many used fakes that are out there. I wouldn't buy a used one unless it also came with a bag that was like clearly had a tour in the corner where they had originally opened it. Or again, just buying a sealed one and opening it yourself, which, that would be tough for me to do, to open a sealed one. But again, in terms of judging what is or is not authentic, that's where I'd have to go. And truthfully, that's where I put my money. Nothing worse than buying a multi-$100 fake, from people that are dishonest. But really cool item, one of my favorites, celebrating 30th anniversary of Star Wars back in 2007. Hope you all enjoyed. Subscribe for more rare content. Thanks for watching.